Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be looking at the Punisher from Diamond Select. This is part of their Marvel Select series. This figure was released in 2003. And this Punisher, I think as far as the box goes, they actually gave him a different description. But to me, he has more of a Garth Ennis inspired design from the comics. He really has the hardest time standing up. This guy is not very well articulated, which you'll be seeing here shortly. But that being said, because of that, his legs don't really move, and because of that, he has a really hard time standing up. So I have him on the peg right here. I'm sorry, not really a peg, it's more of a stand, but his it's a peg stand, that's why I call it peg. There is one little peg, a single peg down here. This is a NECA stand, and his legs his bottom of his foot has a hole, and you peg him right in, so that's what he's holding onto. That's how he's standing up. So what we're going to do now is take the figure off the turning stand, and take a look at everything the figure comes with. Alrighty folks, so as far as everything that this figure comes with, he does come with a variety of things, as you can see here. The box was kind of big when I got him, and he was relatively cheap for the amount of stuff that he comes with. So we'll start with first. He does come with the 1911. The detail on it's very, very nice. Actually, you can see where the ejection port is. You can see the hammer back here. It's made in, it's painted silver. The hand grips are brown. The rest of the gun, it's just black. And it doesn't really have any weather to it, but I mean, I can appreciate that they actually went the distance to, to paint the hammer, the ejection port, and the hand grips on the gun. So I can really appreciate that. The other weapon it comes with is it's an AR-15. Looks like an M4, collapsible buttstock. As you can see again here, they painted the ejection port silver. And as far as, let's see, this actually helps if you have a jam right here. You actually push that, so they actually painted that silver as well. The magazine does not come out, but it is kind of weathered in silver. The release of the magazine right here is painted silver, and to switch from fire to safety to auto fire is also painted silver, and the rest of the gun is just black. As you can see here, it looks like it was kind of breaking here, and it looks like they tried to glue it back together before they shipped it out, because that was not me. The gun is a little bit flimsy, just a little plastic gun, so we'll set that and this aside. As you can see, it also comes with part of the wall of the bar. I've tried to see what that says. It looks like Matterns, because there's an S over here, Matterns Tavern. I don't know if that's an O or a A, or I'm sorry, O and E. So it's like Matt Turns Tavern or Matt Torrance Tavern. But this is just a piece of plastic. It was actually in two pieces, and you just put it together like that. Like I said, it's part of the, the background of the figure. It's not too bad. I mean, they could have done a little bit of like black wash right here, so you can actually see the holes a little bit better, so you can see the the knife marks right here. But overall, I can appreciate that they actually just gave you more of a backdrop, because now you, instead of just having the figure posed with one of the guns, you can actually stand him up on here with one of the guns, or you can put this in front of this and him to the back here, which I'll go over here shortly. So like I said, yeah, I can really appreciate that they actually added just a little bit of background for the figure. Set that aside here. And the last thing he comes with is this piece. This is actually really heavy. This guy is so pretty much a dead bad guy. As far as I can tell, there is no blood coming out of the figure whatsoever, which is kind of weird because he is dead, and he has grenade sticking out his mouth. Belly button, but there's no, maybe he's not dead. Maybe, Punisher just threw him on. So this is a pinball machine. It's a Spider-Man pinball machine. So these legs, they're actually detachable. And so you actually slide the legs in and attach them to that. So these are actually metal. Plastic, metal, plastic. Same with the other side. And same with this, actually. You have to slide these on. And his actually foot, I guess you can say his ankle pivots. Actually, it turns 360 degrees, which I can really appreciate that. They both do. I'm sorry about that. I bumped to the camera. They both do. This one has a black one. As far as... Okay. I was just checking to see if his actually arms move, but no. I mean, it looks kind of weird, but if you've seen the Netflix series, you know that I think on season 1, I want to say maybe episode 2 or maybe 3, where they go and, get a car to get the van. He actually does this to one of the guys. And I do want to say that they didn't get this figure off of that. They got, this figure and inspiration to put in that show, because this is an iconic scene in a lot of comics that Punisher does. So that's that right there. Like I said, all together, we can put that in the background of this figure here. You put Frank Castle right here standing up, or the Punisher with one of the guns, and the whole thing just comes out looking great. So what we're going to do now is set that all aside and bring out the Punisher and take a closer look. Alrighty, folks, here he is, the Punisher. I do have him on this stand. I'll take him off here shortly, and I'll show you guys what I mean by he doesn't stand. But before I do anything and go any further, I did remember again, because I'm always forgetting this. He stands 7.5 inches, maybe a little bit shorter, maybe a little bit taller than that, but about 7.5. So taking him off this stand here, as you can see, like I said, it's just a peg. And he has a hole down here. So that's the reason I called it a peg. Peg stand. So as far as the figure himself, he has more of a realistic look to him. They did a really nice job with the, with the face, the portrait, as you can say. I'm not sure exactly who they went off of. Like I said, this guy just gives me more of the Grant Ennis look of the Punisher. His inspiration of the Punisher. The skull is just really nice. Underneath his jacket, which his jacket is just kind of soft rubber, he has like a little, not even a vest. It's just his shirt, it has a Punisher. It's not a vest, it's a shirt. That's why I say that the Punisher, the Grant Ennis Punisher, is this one, because the shirt is like this. I'll bring out some other figures and show you what I'm talking about. But you can see here, this, in the military, I'm pretty sure, I'm not thinking of the word right now, but we actually use this in the military. It's just like a belt with some straps that go over you, and it just helps you carry your canteens, and it helps you carry, more pistol ammo and things like that. So that's what that is. The pants, I don't know, the pants kind of look really weird to me. They did a really good job on the jacket, the shirt, the neck, the face. But as far as the pants go, there's just something off about the pants. Maybe they're weathered too much, not enough. You can't really tell if they're black. You can't really tell if they're blue or if they're either of them. It looks like he's this right here. I don't know what this is going on right here. It's all bunched up. Doesn't look normal, natural. Like it's just, he's wearing something. So I don't know what they were going with that. Not a big fan of that. His boots almost just kind of run into his pants. Here, let me see if I can get a better view. There we go. They didn't really as far as the paint, yeah, they're kind of brownish and black, but you're going from a blue black to a brown black, and really no, maybe even like a single ball joint here to distinguish the two. You can't really tell if he's wearing pants or he's just wearing like a full-on sweatpants onesie type of thing, So let's see, the back of the figure is just all raincoat. This is hard plastic, by the way, on his hands. Or I'm sorry, his arms. And as you can see, his arms are really stationary. I don't know why they did that, and it looks a little bit weird to me, because when he's standing, he kind of has some weird shape to him. But as far as the back of the figure goes, like I said, the pants are a little off. They did give him the pockets back here. This still a little bit rubberized, and nice little detail on them, actually. So this is the reason why this is now, no, don't be wrong, this isn't the straightest flat surface there is, but at this, it's pretty flat. But here, I'm gonna show you guys exactly why I have them on the stand. And I did not push him. Look, I'm just gonna hold him and take my finger right up. He just does not stand whatsoever by himself. Another missed opportunity there. Like I said, it's a great figure. Maybe that's the reason he has the backdrop, so you can actually lean up against it. Sorry here, I'm not trying to put him on a peg here. But there he is. So what we're gonna do now is get the figure and go over articulation. Alrighty, folks. So before we go over articulation, I did look up what the name of this was, and it's just a chest rig, a tactical chest rig for the military. Yeah, I just had to look it up. They use it for Mali as well. But taking them off this peg stand, as far as articulation, he does have a 360-degree turn, but it stops right there because of this jacket. So it does have, I guess you can say, more of a 90-degree turn to his head, this way and this way. He does look down to about there, and he does look up to about there, not much. He does have a pretty good range of movement at his head. There's no movement at the neck. As far as his arm goes, this is both of them. He has a 360-degree turn with his arm. There's no movement at the elbow, no movement at, oh, I'm sorry, there is movement. There's movement at the wrist, only 360. There's no down or up. As far as that, the rest of the arm is stationary. Same with this one. There is no movement whatsoever at the torso. As far as the waist, there is also no movement. No movement at the leg, no movement at the thigh, no movement at the knee, and no movement at the ankle or toes. So this figure is just, the only thing he does is the head, the arms, and the wrist. That's it. So it's maybe, I don't know why this one pointed this way. I get it completely why it's pointed this way, but this one, it's kind of like, what are you doing so far out there and sideways? It's just so weird to me. Regardless though, I think this is a great figure. It comes with great accessories. If you're collecting, Punisher figures, this is a great one to have. It's a different one to have with your collection, and I'll show you why here shortly. So what we're going to do now is get some other Punishers and do some comparisons. Alrighty, folks, so as far as comparisons, and before we go any further, I do believe that I keep saying Grant Ennis. It's actually Garth Ennis, the writer, the producer, just the person that came up with this inspiration of the Punisher. His name is Garth Ennis and not Grant. And the reason I was saying Grant is because the first figure we're going to bring out, this one was inspired by the Steve Grant comic book series run. Steve Grant and Garth Ennis. As you can see, there's completely two different designs. This one has more of a tactical, tactical boots. He has like the tactical knee pads. His Punisher skull is part of his shirt, but the teeth of the Punisher is actually part of his belt, and they're in magazines. So this is more of the Steve Grant Punisher. And this is the Garth Ennis Punisher. It's taking this one away. Bringing out the original first appearance of the Punisher, which I would say that this Punisher still has more of the Steve Grant look. I can't get him to stand. Give me a second. There we go. He has more of the Steve Grant look because you can see he has more of the tactical look. The Punisher is on his shirt, but the magazines make up the teeth of the Punisher. So I would say he has more of a Steve Grant look to him, more than the Garth Ennis look. But this is the first appearance of the Punisher from Toy Biz. And I'm sorry, the previous one was also from Marvel Legends. So this is the Punisher from this one. And the other Punisher I'm going to bring out is a Netflix Punisher, played by John Bernthal. This one actually has the most resemblance to the Garth Ennis Punisher. This figure was released by Marvel Legends. As you can see, both figures have almost the same exact resemblance to him. The only difference is this Punisher, his trench coat kind of comes up to his knees, as this one almost goes down to his feet. The other difference is this Punisher, his Punisher skull is on the vest, as opposed to this one's on the shirt. Other than that, they They almost look really similar. I mean, they both have both 1911s. They both have M4 AR-15s. So very similar when it comes to the Punishers. Like I said, the only difference is the trench coat and the placement of the skull. Alrighty, folks, so there he is, the Punisher from Diamond Select, the Marvel Select series, released in 2003. Like I said, I believe this one has more of the Garth Ennis inspired design. Like I said before, this is a really great Punisher to have in your collection. You know, whether you have the Steve Grant series type of Punisher, or you have the Netflix style Punisher. This, you know, just another addition to the Punisher. If you like the video, please like and share it. If you have any questions, please comment down below. I also do have an Instagram going from my channel where I post inside scoop before YouTube of the next video I'm about to post. So if you would like, please go subscribe to that as well, or give me a follow. I'll put the description down below. That being said, we'll see you on the next one.